So Christian went to go get the packages, I believe, and then we need to show that watch to Hassan. Okay, cool. I was just literally telling Andrew you went to go get these. All right, you can open this. Dude, this deal has been nuts. We have like 3 different
sold that
people.
Offshore, by the way.
Oh, which one?
The titanium, the 26480. No, what is it?
26420.
No, not 2080.
Oh yeah, you're right. 26480 Ti. That's right. Yeah. This deal has been, dude. This deal's nuts, bro. We just get it done finally. So this is, I mean, he's a really good client, and he has sent us a lot of watches throughout the years. He was actually one of the very first consigners we got when we started the original YouTube channel. Actually, no, he never consigned. He sold. He always sold. Did he ever consign anything?
Honestly, I've just been in contact with him for a very long time, and he's always told me, hey, I have these watches if you ever need anybody, because he's the type that like works for his AD relationships like really hard, and he takes a lot of pride in that. So he never wanted to sell for cheap. He always wanted the most he could get out of it. So he would call me and send me basically spreadsheets of all the watches that he owns and says, hey, if you ever get somebody that's willing to pay top dollar, here is my list of watches. And maybe we can work out a deal. But he's been a fan of ours on the channel and stuff for a while, but he never wants to be on video. Yeah,
he never wants to be on video because of his relationships, but the reason it's difficult is exactly that. So he wants top dollar for all his watches, but when he buys, he wants it to be as cheap as possible. So obviously that's all of us. I think everybody would love that, but he is, love you, you know who you are.
Rightfully so, though. He's very meticulous with his watches, takes a lot of pride in them.
He does.
And
one thing I appreciate is everything that he buys, he wants it perfect, but everything he sends is also very perfect. So I can always count on that with him. But what do they call it? A shrewd negotiator, as Ed Bullion would say from VinWiki. Definitely a shrewd negotiator. Always make sure he gets on top. And we're always happy. I mean, he has sent us a lot of watches, but it's always a little extra work when it comes to dealing with him. And we always have to make the numbers match up, but hey, we've done a lot of deals, and this deal is, it's a fun one. So we are actually sourcing him a 5990.
Not a lot of people bubble wrap the boxes like this.
Yeah. But we're sourcing him a 5990. He wanted a brand new 5990. It needed to be perfect. It needed to be full set. It needed to have everything, the pusher. He wanted a full set. And you might say, why is that so difficult? It's not that it's super difficult. It's just that now with AD relationships, it seems like the ADs try to get away with giving you as little as possible. So they'll try to keep the tag. They'll try to keep something, just something to make it less sellable. And so whenever we source these watches, you got to make sure that the one you're buying has everything. And so that's what we had to find. Then he wanted it brand new, needed to be meticulous, and then the price needed to be pretty much the price of a used one. And so we actually were able to hit all those boxes. We found him a perfect deal of a brand new watch.
I think we exceeded his expectation because we got him a 2-week-old one.
We got him a 2-week-old 5991A blue. So there's a 2023 fresh, few weeks old. And then the only caveat is that we sold him the watch extremely cheap for what the market dictates. And then on top of that, we're taking in his trades in pretty strong for what we normally would love to pay on these for stock purposes. But one of these we know we have pretty much sold, which is a majority of the trade. And then the other two, there's one that has a potential. We have a fellow dealer who actually reached out if we had that watch and we were actually in the middle of this trade. So he's waiting on us to get in, see the condition, make sure that it's gonna work for him. But without spoiling any more, let's just go ahead and unbox these.
Yeah.
We gotta make sure these are right, because at least, I don't know which one you're unboxing, I don't even know what I'm unboxing, but one of these right here.
Well, I know what I'm unboxing because I made the labels.
Oh.
And I know this one
is not the big one?
This one is one watch because of the values and everything, and then we were able to split the other ones up.
Oh, okay, so should we wait on that one?
Yep, just as suspected, this is a 5164. Honestly, he never disappoints. Like, if you look at this, you would not be able to tell that he ever wore this. It is that pristine. It looks brand new. And this is a 2021, meaning he's had this for 2 years already, and it's in this good of condition. It's pretty special. It's a 5164R. I mean, this is a really, really outstanding watch. man, just look at that.
Let's see it. Oh yeah, that's literally. Also, for everybody who always asks what we use to clean our watches, this is literally the only thing we recommend. You want to make sure that it's not the synthetic stuff, that it's the actual lamb's wool stuff. And this is a chamois, and it's the softest thing that you can literally clean or wipe down any watches without adding scratches.
Literally AutoZone, guys. AutoZone.
Yeah, you can literally go to AutoZone and they have them there. Just make sure it's not the synthetic stuff. This is the only thing we recommend to wipe down watches. Do not use a microfiber. Do not use anything, despite what any dealers say. This is literally, I promise you, the only thing you should be using. So we usually go with the cheapest to the most expensive. Today we're gonna go backwards. We started off with the 5164, and now we're gonna go to a watch that is such a beautiful, beautiful piece, so well made, stunning, and this one is incredible condition. I wish it was a little bit bigger for me because I'm a big wrist guy, but for you small wrist guys, this is honestly gonna be perfect. But it's the beautiful 5205G in the white gold and super, super nice blue dial configuration with the blue strap. And this thing was considered a annual calendar moon phase. I mean, to me, the way that the dial is oriented, the configuration of it is just so stunning. I love it. I love the windows for the date and everything. It's just amazing. This client is definitely a meticulous collector and knows what he wants. And so he's gone the extra step and actually invested into the really well desired snowflake deployant buckle. And so a lot of the bigger boy pieces come with this. Actually, that's not even necessarily true. It's just some particular watches come with it, because even some of the Master complications, some of them don't even have this. They have a tang. It's just, I guess some people prefer one over the other, but some pieces come with the deployant, some pieces come with the tang. He's decided to put the deployant, which I think is a super, super nice touch. I love the snowflake that is on the bottom. I think it's just something way more special than just the tang buckle. I honestly don't really like the tang buckle that Patek does, but this I definitely do like. All right, guys, and like I said, today we're gonna go from the most expensive to the least expensive. That doesn't mean that necessarily they're in any particular order, although I think for the most part people would like to own them from most expensive to cheapest, but maybe that's just me. They're just beautiful watches today. I mean, and it's a Patek day for sure. But the next piece that is honestly something I haven't seen a lot of, but I'm a big, huge fan of, is this piece. And I think a lot of you are gonna agree. So what's great about this piece is that it's not a crazy expensive Patek. Now it's expensive, because anything Patek is expensive, but when it comes to, Patek, this is definitely on the lower end of the spectrum. And a lot of you collectors, when it comes to a piece that's going to be between the $30,000 to $40,000 range, is definitely way more attainable than something like the 5164 that's going to be in the $90,000 to $100,000 range. That's a huge, huge, discrepancy there in price. Even something like this is going to be in the 40 to 50 range.
Yeah, about high 40s.
So yeah, high 40s. I mean,
depending on the year, yeah, you can get in the 50s if you want a brand new one.
Exactly. So that's about a $10,000 delta there. So if, every $10,000 is a lot of money. So for somebody who might not be able to really get to this point, this is definitely not it's not a bad piece to get. It's actually a really stunning piece. And this is what a lot of people, this is just a nice piece. And I'm just gonna get right to it. This is the 5212, and it is beautiful, beautiful piece that is just such a classic. It goes with so much. Honestly, you could get so many different colored straps for this that would work. If somebody really wanted to, they could also add the the deployant buckle there for the snowflake, which I think would set this off way over the top and make it look way more expensive. I really am a fan of the deployants, especially the Patek ones. What's amazing about this piece is, while many might just think this is a date and time only function, if you look really, really closely into the dial, and Sam, you're gonna have to get some B-roll of this on the dial. If you look really closely, this is actually a weekly calendar. So it's gonna tell you what day of the week it is, it's gonna tell you what month it is, and it's gonna tell you what week within the year that we're in. And so to me, that's just something that is really cool. Actually, for somebody who owns a business that you're on having to set up payroll and do weekly checks, this is going to be what's going to help you keep up with that, so that your employees are not pissed off at you. This is the one to have. It's a really beautiful piece. It's super classic. It's not really super busy, although there is a lot of different, there's some markings on the dial, but I think they do this in such a clean way that is not distracting, and it lets you focus on the time, which is the most important thing. It lets you focus on the date window or the date wheel for the day, so you know the date of the month. And then if you look closely, you really need to know what month it is or what week it is within the year. It's going to tell you that as well. So it's going to give you all that information. And guys, this is only in the $30,000 to $40,000 range. So again, I know I'm saying only. We're used to dealing with really, really expensive watches, so we're really, really spoiled in that regard. But there's no denying that this is an expensive piece. It's just, it's definitely in a world that's attainable to most of our clients. So really, really cool piece.
Did you let them know how expensive this upgrade is from Patek?
No, I did not.
So it's $4,500 just for this deployment clasp to get on this watch. So someone that's going to be buying this watch, they're going to receive a lot of value from it. Obviously, we're not going to charge an extra $4,500 for this deployment clasp. It's just going to be something that comes with the watch. So for those of you looking to get into a 5205, this will be a really good one because you're getting the value out of it as well.
What year is this one, Andrew?
This one, I believe, is 2021. We can check the papers, but
yeah, I believe you're right, 2021. But I'm telling you, when we're saying,
is this the box for that one?
No, it's this one right here. When we're telling you that these watches are immaculate, they really are super clean. So please be on the lookout on our website. Actually, I wanted to make mention of something. So a lot of people want to keep up with the latest and greatest of our inventory.
Yeah, I'm right.
We try to get it. We try to get it on our website as fast as we can. Sam, you're doing an amazing job with the product photography, but how hard is it to keep up with how much volume we have? It's pretty hard. So, that being said, we try to keep up as much as we can. The fastest way to see what's coming in daily is Surreal and Caleb do an amazing job of photographing the daily inventory and posting it on Facebook and Instagram. So look out on those Instagram stories or the Facebook stories. Honestly, that's going to be like, if you want to see anything, message us there, DM us, send us anything on the website, a form. Just be like, send me inventory that you guys have gotten in. But really, we're posting usually every single day some of the latest and greatest stuff that we're getting on our stories. So follow us on Instagram. The Instagram is WOLVYN Official, and the Facebook is WOLVYN Luxury Timepieces. So please, Stan, put those on the screen there, but that's where you guys can keep up with the newest and latest of WOLVYN. So follow us there. And
this last watch in this package really is a testament to our inventory here at WOLVYN. For those of you who say, I'm not quite at that level with the Pateks, nor do I want to be at that level, or maybe you do, but we always have something for everybody. And this is one here that's a classic combo, I would say. It's a very popular piece. It's by Tudor, and it's the white Panda. This watch is gorgeous. This one in particular is a 2023. We're going to be asking about $4,300 on this watch. And it's a great either first piece or adding it to your collection. I mean, you can go for the Panda Daytona in the Rolex, or you can go with Tudor. Tudor is made by Rolex. I mean, you can't go wrong with this watch. It definitely pops on the wrist. It is a little bit bigger. It fits a little bit bigger on wrist. Let me just throw it on to kind of show you guys what this would look like. I have an 8-inch wrist, and I mean, it just sits a little bit higher than what your Rolex GMT does or your Daytona does, but I mean, it is stunning.
Yeah, this is a cool collection. I'm excited to get that 5990 in for him. I think that that's a worthy upgrade from all this, even though there's a lot of really cool watches. That 5990 is definitely going to be stunning, so we'll be showing you guys that as soon as it comes in. But other than that, I mean, I'm excited to get these into inventory and excited to get them on the website for you guys. If any of these interest you, again, visit our website. If it's not on our website, make sure you're on Instagram. You'll be able to see prices, and you can always DM us and ask us about any watches you see on the YouTube channel. Also, feel free to reach out on the website. Either way, we're always here to answer you guys' questions and help facilitate these, selling these watches to you, giving you guys the best watches and the best customer service.
So we just got some new arrivals. This is a consignment. I'm gonna go take this back to Steve, and then we're gonna go to polish. Alex, you come with me? Okay, we'll go to polish, and we have to take a Panda, and Actually, my dad's watch. I forgot I have my dad's watch with me. He broke the crown on the Frank Mueller. So we're gonna go get that fixed for him. Okay, so we just got back from the watchmaker. We dropped off the watches and we brought back some fried chicken. So there's lunch. Nothing much. We just got back from watchmaker. Yeah.
I want to see that Pepsi in the sunlight. Can you bring it up?
Yeah. How's it look?
It's a beautiful watch, man. Was this polished a little bit?
No, hasn't been polished. And the original owner, it was fully stickered whenever he got it out of the AD. He said some of the stickers have worn off, so he peeled them off, but
what is this?
That's the barcode sticker.
This is white gold?
Yes, sir. That's so sharp. It's the blue dial, right? Yeah. Which, it's nice, but I feel like you're not getting the value for what it is. Like, if you're comparing that to this is immediately recognizable. I mean, even if you see it from far away, you can see it's a white dial versus the blue can get mistaken for black and somebody thinks it's stainless steel. When some people like that, some people prefer it, but...
It's really a nice watch.
Yeah. And then the meteorites are all different. Every single dial is different.
I really like this, so you're gonna have to squeeze this guy and see what he wants to do.
All right.
I really love this, Mike. You know, Mike, in life you only live once and then you die. Exactly. Mike is supposed to be helping me. Mike is supposed to be helping me, not hurting me. I just want to show you, buddy. I just want to share horology with you, okay?
Here's the thing on the difference is that whenever you have the smaller pieces, they're gonna hold at some sort of value eventually, but you'll take a hit until it gets to that point. On more desired pieces, the market for those will go. You'll see more of this than you will this in comparison.
Yeah. This guy wants a Patek, huh?
He does.
I'm surprised he's letting this go.
Yeah, that's what he said. He said, I didn't want to let it go, but I really want the Patek.
Which Patek is it again?
It's the 50905. It's a annual calendar chronograph on stainless steel with the green dial. We had one. I don't know if you got to see it or not.
Oh, the round one?
Yes.
With the green dial?
Yes, that's the one he wants. He said he really wanted it when we had it in stock, but he couldn't part ways with this, and now that it's gone, and he saw that, he's really wanting to get one at that same price. He's like, I know you guys had it at a good price. He's like, I just want to replicate that deal. I wish I would have taken it.
That's incredible. Thanks a lot for showing me some watches.
All right.
Thank you so much.
In 1954, Pan Am Airways told Rolex that they needed a watch for their pilots to be able to display 2 time zones at the exact same time. Rolex came out with the GMT Master. Fast forward to today, we have in front of us the Rolex GMT Master 2. And today we have that in 2 configurations. The first one being the 2-tone stainless steel with the Ever Rose Gold. And then right next to us, we have its big brother version in the full Ever Rose Gold. Despite the purest controversy of having a precious metal tool watch, both of these watches have proven to be very strong in today's market and to be very recognizable as a Rolex. At the height of the market, the 2-tone root beer was fetching around $30,000 and the full rose gold was fetching around $70,000. However, if you're in the market for either of these watches today, now is a great time to buy because they've come down a lot more. You can now pick up a 2-tone root beer for about $22,000 and a full rose gold for about $45,000. You really can't
can't go wrong with either one of these watches. If you have any questions about these watches or any other watches we may have, give us a call. We'll have the phone number on the screen. And if you're local, come by our store, and we love talking about watches. So please feel free to come by and visit us anytime.
Well, we've been getting an incredible amount of inventory within the last few days. We've been stocking a lot of watches. A lot of you clients have asked about our consignment, and so we've actually received quite a few watches. So I want to make sure that we do good by a lot of our clients and show off some of the pieces that we've got in. And so I want to start off with a few of our favorites. Honestly, these two are a lot of our fan favorites. This is a watch we sell a lot of, and the first one I'm going to talk about is a watch that I actually sell to a specific city, region, which is Hong Kong. And this is a watch I've probably sold 60 to 70 pieces in a year before. I mean, this is a watch that at the height of some of these Daytonas, I mean, we were just sending these. We didn't even offer these on our website. We almost didn't even offer them locally because it just made sense to send them to Hong Kong because the prices were so much higher out there. But that's this Rolex reference 116518. This is a yellow gold oyster flex Daytona, and this particular dial is champagne with the black subdials. And that region, and some people have adopted the nickname of Pikachu on this one because of the color combination. I don't really like to call it that. I don't know, I don't really have a nickname for this one. I just like this one with the champagne dial. It's one of my favorite combos. I think it's just super clean, super classic. It goes with a lot, and it's one of my favorites. So for any of you out there who are interested in this piece, especially you guys with the larger wrist, this does come with the larger rubber straps, but you know, rest assured, you guys with the smaller wrist, we can definitely get you the smaller sizes of the rubber strap on these. Next, we have a classic. We had two clients come in, and they're probably gonna buy this, but this is a watch that they wanted to actually buy for their father, who is going to be retiring, and it's his 60th birthday, all within the same week, I believe. And that is this two-tone reference 116503 Daytona. This is a two-tone Daytona with the white dial. It's such a classic piece. Definitely something that is timeless and it'll stand the test of time. This watch will be popular today just as it was 20 years ago. This combination, I mean, it's such a classic piece. I love this. Honestly, you could wear this with almost anything and it'd not be out of place. The next piece that I want to talk about is something from the Holy Trinity, and that's going to be from the brand Vacheron. Now, Vacheron is super unique, not only because they're one of the longest standing watchmakers, but because they've actually become pretty innovative in the last few years. Now, one of their best-selling collections or watches is going to be from the Overseas collection, and that's what this watch is. This watch is a 5500V, and what's unique about this piece is that it comes with the combination with the silver dial and the black subdials. This is called, and a lot of people call this the silver Panda Vacheron, and I love this piece. It comes with it's a chronograph. Honestly, with the size, with the bracelet, with the options you have with this watch, you can take off the bracelet, and it comes with additional leather strap. It comes with an additional rubber strap, and whether you put on the rubber or the leather, it has a double deployment that fits either options, and I just think that's incredibly awesome to be able to have the options of the bracelet and all those two other options that are more casual or dressy is really cool. You really get a versatile piece out of your watch purchase. And the next piece is going to come from the same brand. It's going to come from Vacheron. Let me set this aside. And what I really love about this next piece is that while Vacheron has one of the best blues in the biz, actually, I'm gonna just put it out there, and I've said this before, they have the best blue in the business. But if there's one particular Overseas that I would take in a different color, it's going to be this watch, and that is the 7900V in a black dial. And the reason that I choose the black dial over any of the other options is that I like the black, I love the contrast, I love that this wears with anything, but I love that it has those red accents. They use that on the I believe the dual time hand, and they use it on the power reserve indicator, or sorry, the AM PM indicator. They use the red hands on those to indicate those times. It makes it very legible, and I just love that pop of color that comes on this watch. And guys, This is also the same thing on the 5500V we spoke about before, but the special thing is not only does it come with the 3 strap options on the overseas, but it also comes with the easy remove bracelet. What that means is that on the back of this watch, there's 2 tabs at each lug, and you're gonna depress that on the back, and all you have to do is pull it, and that's as easy as it is to take off that bracelet. And then when you go to put it back on, you just put it right back in the slot, you pop it in, and that is literally it. So when you go to put on the leather, you put on the rubber, it's the exact same thing. All you do is pull that tab in, and it comes off that easy. And that's honestly what really makes the Vacheron a special, special, special piece. Not only that, but you get the Côtes de Genève on the back, you get the Geneva seal. I mean, this watch, it has everything that you would expect out of a beautiful timepiece out of Switzerland. This checks all the boxes. You really can't go wrong. And another piece that is incredibly unique, speaking of innovation, is gonna come from also one of the Holy Trinity. And that is gonna come from Audemars Piguet. Now, actually, let me show you the box on this. This box is leather bound with incredible, I mean, this leather feels so soft. I can only imagine it's Italian or some really fine leather. It's super nice. And the front is gonna give it away. It's a Jarno piece. It's commemorating an F1 driver, and that's gonna give away some of why it's innovative. They, on this watch, made it so innovative that they used the same materials as some of the F1 cars. The technology back then, the fact that they were pushing the limits of watchmaking and introducing those materials into watchmaking is what I love about this brand. A lot of other brands get credited with using innovative materials, but to be honest, AP was one of the first brands to do that. And this is no exception to that statement. This is gonna be the AP Offshore, and this is gonna be the Jarno. And what's amazing about this piece, again, is that it commemorates an F1 driver and the F1 cars. It's gonna have a forged carbon fiber case, titanium pushers for the chronograph and for the crown, and it's gonna have what's called a cermet bezel. Now, cermet is a combination of ceramic and stainless steel. And if you guys have been AP fans, but you hate the wear and tear that happens on their bezels, this is honestly the watch for you. This watch has been worn dearly for years, and just look at that bezel. It looks like the day it came off the factory floor. I mean, there's just no scratches. It's resistant to scratches. There's no chips, there's no nothing. It looks brand new. And that's what I love about that choice of material on that bezel. So if you're a fan of AP, but you hate the wear and tear that happens with stainless steel or some of the gold models, this is gonna be the watch for you. Plus, it's super fun. This is a watch that I can see any guy wearing to Cars and Coffee on a Saturday and just enjoying it with, on the weekend. It's super lightweight, you can travel with it. I just love this watch. And speaking of things that are unique, we got another piece that comes from one of my favorite brands, and that's gonna be the Omega Speedmaster Snoopy. Now, this watch is really nice. Fun fact about the Speedmaster is that it is considered the moon watch. It is the first watch that made it to the moon. Whenever NASA put out a bid for 3 companies to bid on which watch was gonna make it to the moon, Rolex was one of those, and Omega won the contract with NASA. So they made a watch that made it to the moon, and that is the Speedmaster. That's where the history comes from. That's why so many people are fans of this. And so they take it to the next level and make it fun, introducing a little bit of a pop culture reference with Snoopy. And so you get Snoopy on the sub dial, and you get that beautiful blue and white contrast on the dial with the bezel and the sub dials. But then not only does it end there, but you also get a beautiful fun case back, and we'll try to get some B-roll in there. But if you see, Snoopy is on a rocket and he just circles around the case back, and that's a fun part about what makes this watch special. Also, Omega does such an incredible, we handle watches from brands that have crazy retail prices, and they go for way more than what this watch goes for, but it doesn't matter. Omega does an incredible job with their boxes. I mean, just look at this box. You get the Snoopy patch here on the top. You get a beautiful canvas wrapped box. You get the Snoopy on the inside. And the presentation that comes with these is incredible. Not only does it end there, but there is a loop built in to the freaking pillow. So if you want to look at your watch, you can literally loop your watch with the pillow of your watch and check out that beautiful 50th anniversary Snoopy dial. I mean, how cool is that? And then it doesn't end there. This watch normally comes with the blue canvas strap, but this particular piece has something that's a little hard to get. Whenever you buy this watch, if you have an incredible relationship with your AD, you might ask them if you can get the bracelet on the Speedmaster, because that's kind of the original configuration. And they might offer you the Hetzlite version of the Speedmaster, which is the Speedmaster bracelet, which is going to be the fully brushed bracelet. That's the easier one to get out of the two. The second option is going to be this bracelet right here. And this is the bracelet to have. Now this bracelet is the one that's gonna have those polished center links here in the middle. And it just really, really, really sets off this watch. I really, you know, I'm a really big fan of this new bracelet that Omega is doing. It's kind of, if anybody's seen a President or a Jubilee bracelet on a Rolex Datejust, it's kind of like a hybrid between the two. It's kind of handsome, like a presidential bracelet, but it's also beautiful like a Jubilee bracelet. So this is kind of the one that beat them all. And they also have a really cool clasp that has this beautiful brushing here. And I just think this watch is really well put together. It's incredibly beautiful. And you know, with the pop culture reference, you can't go wrong with that. And then speaking of hard to get, if you're looking for something that's incredibly hard to get, this is a watch that no matter how hard you try, no matter how hard you beg, no matter how big your relationship is with your AD, unless you're in Dubai, you cannot get this watch. And that is gonna be this incredibly beautiful Cartier Santos with that green Arabic dial. This is a watch that is legitimately only reserved for Dubai. You can only buy it in Dubai, and you have to have a relationship with your AD in Dubai. So unless you're a jet setter in Dubai, you're not getting this watch. But if you're a customer of WOLVYN, visit our website and there you go. This is a beautiful Cartier Santos with the green Arabic dial. You get a beautiful option of the black rubber strap, but it doesn't end there. My favorite combination of this watch has to be with that green croc strap. Now, look, you can wear this every day with the black leather, with the black rubber, but when you're ready to go to dinner, when you're ready to dress this thing up, when you're ready to take it somewhere and let it pop, I mean, just look at how amazing that green strap is gonna be on this watch. I mean, that is just incredibly beautiful. And honestly, this is probably the way that I would wear it, because it just really sets off the green in the dial and lets you know that it's something unique and special. And then last, but definitely not least, is a watch that, you know, when you've had all these special pieces and you don't want to let anybody know what kind of collector you are, unless you really know, you're gonna get a piece that comes in this shoebox of a box from Rolex. And let's take this puppy out. Whew, I love that. Guys, this is the Rolex 228-206 President in platinum with that icy blue dial and the baguette markers. I mean, guys, let's talk about next levels. This is such a beautiful, beautiful piece. Yes, it can be understated. You could probably, if you're a CEO, wear this to work with your suit and nobody would be none the wiser. But for those of you who are collectors, and if you're with your buddies on a golf range and they all know, that icy blue dial is gonna let them know that you spent some coin on a watch and that you are at a next level in your collection. I mean, this combination here is to die for. Now, they do make this now with the fluted bezel, which is beautiful. Probably the way that I would have it, because I do like flashy things. But honestly, you just can't go wrong with that smooth bezel. It just makes it so classic looking, keeps it a little bit understated. And unfortunately, I'm in a position in my life where I don't have to really be understated. But for those of you who do have to choose to kind of fly under the radar, this is definitely the combination for you. It's just so nice. And the platinum on this watch, the brilliance and the polishing, the way that Rolex polishes their platinum, or really just polishes their watches, has a next level brilliance that can never be matched. And it's literally set off even more so with the platinum. This is a brand new example that was purchased in 2022, and it's available here in our store for you guys to come pick up. Guys, that leads me to the next thing. If you are out there watching this video and you're interested in any of these watches or any other watches, please visit our website at www.wolvyn.com. That's WOLVYN.com. Or if you're local and you want to have hands-on access to any of these watches and try them on, check them all out side by side and see them. You know, if you've ever been to a store and you've never been able to see a Snoopy and a Platinum Daytona side by side, WOLVYN is a place to come do that. So come to our store. We're located at 7401 Lone Star Drive, Unit B110 in Plano, Texas. We're in the shops of Legacy North. Come visit us. We'd love to have you. We'll serve you some wine or some champagne or a glass of whiskey. You get to see some beautiful watches. You get to enjoy our beautiful showroom. And we just love to provide you guys not only the best customer service, but the best watches in the world. We'd love to have you guys, so please don't hesitate to come in. We're more than happy to welcome you here. Until next time, guys, I really enjoyed showing you guys these watches. For you guys who are looking to sell or even consign, please reach out to us. We'd love to take in some of your watches. We love providing the viewers and our clients with the best watches in the world. So if you're interested in selling your watch, make sure you go to our website and fill out a form. We'll get back to you as soon as possible. And until then, guys, thank you guys. We'll see you guys next week.
Fried chicken.